Hello and welcome to the first of many Decknologies, a series where we look at interesting and weird decks that use wacky technologies. Today I have for you a deck called Confused Assault. This deck uses a 4-piece combo to pull off a 1-turn kill. The combo is quite simply, we use Confusion to steal an enemy unit. We then play Reckless Assault, giving the unit +2/+2 and the ability, whenever this unit deals damage, it deals that damage to its user's HQ. We then end turn, giving the unit back to our opponent. Then we wait for the turn to come back around to us. And then we play Stand Fast on the enemy unit, giving it humongous stats. We then drop our little 5/5/4 rifles, hitting the enemy unit, causing it to do massive amounts of damage to our opponent's HQ, instantly killing them in 1 turn. An awesome combo and a lot of fun. And here we are in game 1. So we can see it's Soviets against Soviets. We do find most our combo pieces in our starting hand, having Confusion, Reckless Assault and Stand Fast, only really missing the 554th rifles. 845 rifles, of course, just in here to slow the game down when we're up against aggro. It's a really good card to slow the game down and helps us find our combo pieces when we're getting rushed. Just to, trade and heal all at the same time. We do have Confusion to steal the enemy unit, and then we have Reckless Assault to debuff it, and then we have Stand Fast, of course, to pump up the enemy unit and allow us to OTK our opponent. Now, 321st Rifle Regiment, just in here to be an alternative to 554th. We can only have 4 of those in the deck, so I thought we'd put in these little weenie guys just to help us get the combo off. Spoils of War, just in here to help us find our combo pieces, much like Lesser of Two Evils, just lets us filter through our deck. Our opponent drops the Cuban Cossacks, takes out our unit. Then we find another Lesser of Two Evils. Now a nice upside of this card is it lets you draw before you discard, so you can then choose to get rid of something that you draw. Now here I have to decide, do I want to drop the Stand Fast or the ARADO? And I dropped the ARADO. Reason being, I have a Stand Fast, I have a Confusion. There's a lot of orders I could get which wouldn't be useful. Gonna get rid of the Careless Talk because it's too late into the game for this card to be useful. Our opponent just playing regular Soviets. Now I go for the Confusion, Reckless Assault, and then I decide to hit my opponent for 5. Not too fussed about the reckless damage onto my own HQ, as we do have a HP advantage here. Now, unfortunately for us, our opponent does drop a Mortar Rifles, and what this does is it disables our OTK combo. Reason being, if he's immune to damage on our turn, we cannot kill him with Reckless Assaults during our turn. We need to find a solution to these Mortar Rifles, otherwise we cannot OTK our opponent. Now, we don't run any hard removal in this deck, as it would stop us finding our combo pieces and is not what we need in the deck. So our solution to Mortar Rifles is going to have to be Confusion. If we can use Confusion on those Mortar Rifles, we can disable his HQ being immune and we can kill our opponent. Now we're going to go ahead and kill those engineers because we do not want him healing at all. We want to be able to OTK him the moment we find confusion. We're not too fussed about that discard as we do have another stand fast. It's not the end of the world. Our opponent, I think it's safe to assume he's going to be going for nukes. People very much like to go for the nukes. I think he should go for penicillin, but generally nukes are what people greed for. We don't have much to do. We could drop the rifles, but I'm scared of him trading his rifles into ours and healing him out of OTK range. We just need to find confusion and then we can just completely kill him. Fortunately for us, he's playing very slowly, exactly what we need. Now we're going to go and discard a Reckless Assault. We've already put the debuff on his guys. We don't need these anymore. We just need to find our confusion to OTK him. Going to go ahead and play Spoils of War. Just keep looking for confusion. The moment we find it, we can kill this guy. Going to take Bloody Sickle once again, just to cycle cards, just to draw, and then we're going to drop the Scorched Earth just to absolutely stop him pushing and slow him down to complete halt. There you go, he gets nukes, but unfortunately for him, we find confusion before he can combo off. We stand fast on his unit, we just drop our rifles, and we do 20 damage to our opponent in one turn, OTKing, and that is game 1 to this deck. And here we are in game 2 of this deck, up against the USA. As you can see, not a bad starting hand. We can use Bloody Sickles to cycle themselves and clear board, or you can use the rifles as part of the combo, and obviously Spoils of War is just a great way of finding combo pieces. No real turn 1 play here. We do want to hold the rifles for the combo and we don't want to use them early just to get a couple damage into face. Spoils of War, going to try and find a combo. I believe we should take the confusion here. Our opponent is playing a ramp. We find the stand fast. We just need the Reckless Assault and another little unit to chuck into a body. Our opponent drops an East Surrey. Very nice to see. It is a unit we can steal with the confusion. We drop the rifles here in the hope that it will force the enemy to move up, and then once he's in the front line we can easily do the confusion combo. And we find another stand fast. Just going to drop the Bloody Sickle just to start cycling. Lesser of Two Evils, help us find exactly what we need. And we're going to drop the Scorched Earth. We are up against ramp, so I doubt we'll be under much pressure in the early game. Not much need for the Scorched Earth. Now our opponent drops a Hampton. It's face for free. Rather a confusing play, but I'm sure we can deal with it. And we're going to find that Reckless Assault we need. Now my plan here is to confusion, play Reckless Assault and move his unit into the front line for him. I had hoped it would stay in the front line, but as we can see here, unfortunately when I end turn it goes back to his support line. Rather unfortunate. I had hoped it would just stay in the front line and then we could combo off in it next go. Unfortunately for us though, he does decide to move up and take the front line, sealing his fate and his doom. We play double Standfast, we have 3 of the rifles, we have the potential to do an absurd amount of damage here. We're just going to kill him instantly, and that is game 2 with this deck. And here we are in game 3. Once again up against USA. As you can see, quite a strong starting hand. We do have the Confusion Reckless combo in hand. Gonna keep the ARADO just to help us find any combo pieces or search that we need to find said combo pieces. Our opponent drops an M8 Greyhound, possibly an L640 deck. At this point I'm concerned about getting rushed. And we're just going to bloody sickle just to keep cycling through our deck. We do have all the combo pieces in hand ready to go, we just need to survive long enough to better put it off. Gonna go ahead and find Careless Talk. Now at this point I decide that he's definitely an aggro deck, and that I can start to trade with his Greyhound in the hopes that he will drop another unit for me to Confusion later on. Drops an SD, gets hit by the Careless Talk, and then he plays Patrol, killing my ARADO. Find Spoils of War. And nothing we really need here. We'll take the Standfast just to make sure we can definitely OTK him. Our opponent drops a Sherman, finding himself some draw. And we're just going to Confusion Reckless Assault his Greyhound. Here we go. Then of course next turn we can drop double Standfast, double Rifles and OTK our opponent on an unbelievably quick start. Over 20 damage on turn 6 is a very fast combo. Not really something people are adapted to beating yet. I'm sure if the deck becomes more popular, people will learn how to beat it. However, currently people do not know how to play against the deck. It gives you a very big edge over OTKing your opponents. And here we just drop double Standfast, drop our Rifles, and of course do 26 damage in one turn, completely OTKing our opponent. And there you go. This has been Confused Assault, so called because we are mixing Confusion with Reckless Assault, creating Confused Assault. I've been Innocent Bubbles. This has been the first in the Decknology series, but not the last. Stick about, subscribe, leave a like, leave any comments letting me know how you feel about the video, and be sure to stick around for future Decknologies.